What's good, people? Back with another video. Long Legs AFC. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And today we're talking about the Arsenal false nine, our only striker, Kai Havertz. Should we sell him? Should we keep him? Let's go through my reasons why I think we should sell Kai Havertz. Mainly based off like goals to match ratio and the wage. Let me just start with the goals first. So Kai Havertz, let's have a look. I don't want to make this up. He played 37 matches last season, scored 15 goals. Now, those 37 matches weren't just Premier League matches. That was across Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup. So if you're looking at a striker that's going to play 38 games in the Premier League, as a striker, you're going to want minimum 20 goals to be challenging for the league title. Isak, I think, got 23 or 24. Haaland got 22. You're going to want the 20 plus mark. We're saying Havertz only got 15 across the season. It's definitely, I know he had injuries, but I don't think he's going to hit that 20 plus mark any season, regardless of who we buy. And another striker that we didn't play as many games, but we can look at Jesus. He played 27 games and scored 4 goals. And I believe one of those was I think it was a hat-trick in fact, maybe all 4 goals were in the Carabao Cup. I don't know if he scored a Premier League goal. I think he might have scored one Premier League goal after the game after the hat-trick. Can't remember if it was against Southampton. I can't remember the game. Anyway, so between our two strikers, we've got less than 20 goals. Doesn't make sense. If we're finishing second and we're challenging for the title, we need a prolific striker who's going to get us those 20 plus. We've got 2 strikers who can't even get us 20 between them. And the wages they're both on, it makes sense to sell them. Havertz is currently on £280,000 per week. Mind-blowing. Jesus is on 265,000. They're the most highest paid players at Arsenal currently. And both are, I would say, for the amount they're being paid, they're under-delivering. The stats don't lie. Jesus, injuries left, right and centre. He's not clinical in front of goal. He's a bit of a headless chicken when he's on the pitch. I don't think he wants to be a striker. It doesn't look like he can't play as a winger. I just don't know if he needs to go. But this isn't about Jesus, but he could go as well. We could get 60 mil for both of them and drop that wage right down. Then it leaves room to bring in someone like Gyökeres. Because look what's happening with Liverpool now with Wirtz. They're winning like 120 million plus in the wage. But it's like, if you're going to bring in a bad man player like that, like Gyökeres, who's going to get you 20 plus goals, give him the 250,000 a week. But for someone who's on 280,000, I mean, what was Sterling was on 300k, I think. Didn't even play. There's something's not right here, and this is a Chelsea reject. We've got a Man City reject. They're not good enough for a challenging title team and a Champions League team. It's not good enough. But let's look at some more stats and my reasons why. Not stats, but my reasons why we should be selling Kai Havertz. Number 1, he had a decent season last year, but his form's up and down. You never know what you're going to get from him game in, game out. I think that's the key. And I know as strikers are expected to have dips in form because that's part and parcel of being that fox in the box. Sometimes the ball's going to drop, sometimes it's not. But overall, over the season, you still want to see, 20 plus goals. If he's hitting 15 goals, it's kind of not good enough. So I feel like we need to get rid of him based on he doesn't keep his form. And point number 2, he's not a striker. No one's going to buy Kai Havertz to play as a number 9, but yet we're playing him as a number 9. So now if someone's looking at him to play as an 8, which is where I think he was at Chelsea, they're going to be like, he's not a great 8. We don't see him as an 8. He hasn't enough game time as an 8. What system does he fit? It doesn't fit our system as an 8. It doesn't fit our system as a striker. He's not a clinical number 9. Maybe he's been gym. I saw a picture the other day on AFTV that I feel like it looks like he's put on a bit of size. So maybe he could play that 8 because he definitely couldn't play it now. Number 3, our squad balance. We need more players that got clearer roles. So like Trossard, you know where Trossard's going to play on the wing. With Partey, you know where Partey's going to play. Rice, Odegaard, Saka. With Havertz, he hasn't got that clear, defined role. And I think that can ruin the squad balance a bit. And I think it has for the last 3 seasons, which is why we don't have a striker. And number 4, again, the wage flexibility. If we get rid of Kai Havertz, I mean, any striker that's coming in to Arsenal is going to be looking at that saying, well, you're paying a false 9, 280k. I'm going to be bagging more goals than him. So run that to 320. They're going to want that Saudi money. And this is what I think is dangerous keeping him, and especially Jesus is on 265. 265,000 a week, and you're not even scoring more than 4 goals. 3 of them were in 1 game. Disgusting. And number 5, the inconsistency risk. And this has been up and down. This weren't just at Arsenal, it was up and down at Chelsea as well. And that can make his value drop even more. And that's why they say, you know, that song, people make up a song saying 60 mil down the drain. I think it is. I don't think he's worth 60. But, so yeah, I feel like based on the amount of goals and matches ratio, high market value, he's not a striker, our squad balance, wage flexibility, and inconsistency risk, those 5 things, we need to sell Kai Havertz and sell him immediately. Because I don't think he fits the system. But however, if Arteta believes we don't need a striker, then he fits our system. And I think Arteta thinks we don't need a striker. And that's going to be our biggest downfall for the next few years, if he believes we don't need a striker. But yeah, that's my take on it. I think we sell Kai Havertz or play him. If we don't sell him, we need to play him as an 8. Because what we're going to do with an actual number 9 and Kai Havertz is going to sit on the bench and play the second striker role, or is he going to sit in as an 8? And instead of Partey, I don't think he's got that same. I don't think he fits in our system. I just don't, man. So yeah, I'm down for selling Kai Havertz to anyone that'll take him. This game gone. Jesus, you're next. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Only real takes on this channel. None of that fluffy duffy stuff, man. I've been a football fan since the 90s, bruv, so I know what I'm talking about. Real Arsenal support from back day, from back in Highbury, the 1-0 to the Arsenals, the Invincibles, you get me? So I want to see the improvements, man, and I know for a fact that Kai Havertz is not good enough for us right now. He's not going to take us over the line, so yeah. Peace.